welcome to Blackpool, welcome to the Winter Gardens, welcome to the British Home and World Pigeon Racing Show of the Year 2026. Now it's a bit later in the day, I've left my filming until later on so it's not as busy. Let's go and see what's on offer. Thanks mate. Right, having been here all day, my observations so far are people still spending massive amounts of money on the racing pigeon hobby. I've seen that some of the results from last night's auction, £10,000 for one pigeon, £4,000 for a pigeon, £3,000 for a pigeon, and there's people all around this show spending lots and lots of money. But the show is definitely smaller, even than last year, to be fair. Way smaller than 20, 30 years ago, but that's fine because the hobby isn't as big as it was then. So that's always going to happen, but still a lot of passionate people about really into their pigeon keeping and pigeon racing and pigeon showing, which is always a good thing. So what we'll do, we'll have a look around the show, might speak to a few people if they look amicable enough, and see if we can pick up a few little hints, tips, tricks, how things are going for people, and just enjoy the day. Because ultimately, that's what it's all about, enjoying the hobby, however you want to enjoy it. So the only pigeon loft builders here are Echo Lofts. They are smart as hell. If I was going to replace my current one, these are probably what I would have. Nice aviaries on the front. Got these like easy clean floors. What they do is they do make the lofts look a little bit dirty sometimes because they're so dark. So they don't always look like they're clean, but they are. So got the cleaning trays underneath the aviary there, trapping system here, and this is just a very simple, straightforward 3-section loft. Oh, the runners are so smooth. They are very smart. Pigeons access the aviaries through here, wire bottoms. So that's one of their lofts, and like, it feels like this sort of thing has been around for a long time. This loft is very cool. So this loft has been designed that you don't really need to go into the pigeon loft all that often. It's got trays underneath the floor for cleaning out, and then as you can see it's got the gridded floors there. Nest boxes again, they are all easy clean, so the wires slide out and then trays slide out underneath. Every little detail has been thought of. Trapping is through here, which I think is excellent, really different. And then the birds trap in through here, and I think it's that pulls out. I've seen someone pull it out earlier on, maybe this one. That pulls out as a landing board, I'm sure it does. I'm just not strong enough to get it out at the moment. But that pulls out. Ah! Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. There we go. Needed an experienced hand there, so then the birds will trap in through there very nicely indeed. So I'll show you this from the front. And then a pretty small basic loft here. Big landing board area. Run straight in. Smart. Right, let's carry on. So Bamford's over here with their corn. We have some more very smart pigeon kit here. Not cheap though. Look at these. So these are aviaries that go onto the front of your loft, but they've got like full access here, look. And again, they've got that same gridded floor with pull-out trays. You can just spray them clean. Universal Pigeon Products, one of the probably best manufacturers that we've got in the UK for pigeon equipment like this. That all falls down. This is like, I think of it as like an American style. Massive landing area, look at that. And it also then doubles up for the trapping. The pigeons will learn to be in this trap. Ooh, don't want to break it. So they'll come out into this trap because those bobs can lift up in there. Oh, in fact, even better. Didn't realise. Look at this. So you do that there, look. and that all lifts up. So you can let them in that way, or let them out that way, shut it down. They can then get used to coming in through there without opening that. So yeah, perfect way to trap train the pigeons. And then they also make these single breeding pens as well. Very cool. So you've got Pallets Pigeon products here that sell everything you need there in terms of medication, grits, minerals, everything, and then all of the feeders as well. Another product here from Universal, just awesome. Aviary with the ladder perches in, nice big landing board on top. Movable as well, stick it on wheels. I've seen this grit earlier on, it's all sold out. So this here is the horseshoe. This is sort of like the hub of activity really. So when I used to work here at Blackpool, we used to have a stand just there where Dean Pallets Standards or Pallets Pigeon Products is for Llewellyn Pigeon World. But yeah, it's all changed now. Lots of different stalls here, lots of different stands. So all your medication, all your what we got there, sanitizer, disinfectants, more pigeons, pigeons everywhere. How's it going, boys? All right? You all right? You had a busy day?
Washes, guys.
Do you want to have a look at the? Let's have a look at the jet wash.
Here at Winter Gardens, look, you get the soap bottle with it as well. Portable jet wash. All you need is a bucket of water. You can pre-wash the car, your windows. You can do the pigeon cages. You can do the hooks. You can do whatever you want. Change the nozzle. Look.
Perfect.
Absolutely fantastic. If you want it stronger, put the red nozzle on. Look, listen.
Well, look at that. That's like
fantastic.
James Bond style, that one.
Not only that, look at the hose. It doesn't kink. A lot of hoses, real as possible. When you bend them like that, they kink, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas with us,
just come straight back out.
Mate, proper.
Oh, he's got me. He got me.
Come to the show, guys. We're here at the Pigeon Show at Winter Gardens in Blackpool. If you don't come and see us, come and see Blackpool Tower. Come and see the pigeons. Get yourself
This
down
guy
there.
knows his stuff. Are you on internet? Yeah, where are we on?
Guys, Real Mockman on TikTok shop.
There we go.
You can buy these on there too. Real
Perfect.
Mockman on TikTok
Real
shop.
Mockman TikTok.
Have a good day,
you too,
right?
mate. Have a good one. What a salesman he was. Wicked. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely getting nice and quiet now. So we're towards the close of the day. What time are we on? We're 3:30. So the show is actually open for another 90 minutes, but feels like people are probably bailed out to get ready for not on the town, no doubt. Right, let's see who else we've got here. So we've got the girls at the British Home and World stand there. We've got Unicorn over here. Ray Knight's now not as busy. We'll go and chat to Ray in a minute. And then round this side, we've got the RPRA stand, Pioneer Pigeons and Zwol's Pigeons with Mark Lyford and Zandy Holyland, I think it is. Make sure I get that right. And then, oh, we've already been that way. Who Dares wins one loft race over there, but it looks like Gary's gone for a bite to eat maybe. He's just popped out somewhere. More medication stands. So yeah, the horseshoe area where I've just been is big activity down there. So let's now go down to the Olympia Hall where there's a few pigeons for sale, but also a few other stalls and stands. Then we'll go and look at the fancy pigeons, then we'll go and look at the show pigeons, and maybe have a few chats with some people along the way as well. So down here, we've got Tumley lofts and quite a few other equipment stalls as well. There's James from Tumley, Lizzie there, and there we go. If you need it in the pigeon world and it's not here, it probably doesn't exist. Now we've got some proper kit over here. These are the Giraldi products. So you've got pigeon trailers like these. So you load the pigeons in that way, and then they get released this way. So open that one, drop that down. Won't do it now, don't want to break it. Feeding and watering, look, is all done through here. So that's all very handy. And then they've actually got the bigger transporter over this way. That's a full-size one, look. Pigeon transporter with the sleeper unit in. And then these are all the other bits of kit that they do as well. Very nice stuff. I'm not sure I can justify £50 for a drinker, that's all. Columbine Versal Lager, one of the most popular brands on the market for like corns, minerals and everything. I make my feeders out of them tubs, they're wicked. These are all the different corns. There's too many different ones for me. I ain't got a clue what they're talking about when they go, this one does this and that one does that. Not a clue. Right, got some pigeon couriers there. Don't use them though. No, not really. They're probably all right. Use my mate, Cooper's Couriers. That's who I use, and the only person I'll recommend. Bit biased, he's a mate, but he's doing a wicked job. Settled the business like less than 12 months ago, and he's absolutely smashing it. Because they're the best value nest felts on the market. And then these here, these had a great day, because them pens were full at the start of the day, and they are all sold now. They've absolutely smashed it out of the park. Time to look at some different stuff. So these aren't racing pigeons, these are fancy pigeons. So these are just for showing. So these are, I can't even pronounce. These are from the Spanish Cropper Club. They're this type of pigeon here. But look at the size of their chests. Look at this one. Mental. The fancy show was in jeopardy until literally like 72 hours ago, and then they got all the licenses in place, thankfully. So that's all good news. And as you can see from the pictures on screen now, lots and lots of different and unusual types of pigeon. None of these are racing pigeons. They all are bred pretty much for showing. Some of them will probably fly out, but not all of them. But these are all the fancy pigeons that are being shown at Blackpool this weekend, so all competing for prizes. So got a third prize one there in that category. There's the first prize one there, and then we'll go further down, got these frillbacks. Really like these, my little girl likes these as well. Massive fantails, huge, look at them, beautiful pigeons. This one didn't want to talk to me. So we're whipping round, we'll go and look at look at these Jacobins, can't even see. So we're whipping round, we'll go and look at the show pigeons now, which look much more like racing pigeons. In fact, some of them will have been racing pigeons, but are just very good looking ones. And then others are what's called show racers, which are like the page 3 models of the pigeon world. Because yeah, they're bred just for showing really. So we'll head down there now. Try and catch Ray at some point, but he does look quite busy at the moment. Gents, have we had a good day? All right, mate.
See, mate.
And you? I don't think we've met yet, you know.
Videos.
It's weird, isn't it? Gent.
I tried to send you a message before this.
Did it not?
It wouldn't let me.
Oh, it's a bit weird. Right, let's have a look at these show pigeons, and then I think our day is nearly done. So these here are the show racers. So these look pretty much like racing pigeons, but are just a little bit posher, shall we say. And this here is recorded in the ballroom at the Winter Gardens, which is a fantastic venue. Look at it, beautiful, absolutely amazing. But look, there's pigeons as far as the eye can see in here, and then up here are all the actual winners. So we'll go and look at those now. These are all the different class winners for all the different classes that there are in the show. And these here these are more racing pigeons. So they actually, if you look at the difference, so that's a racing pigeon there, and that's a show pigeon there. There is quite an obvious difference there. So down in this section, we've got the National Flying Club over there. And then there's a few more fancy pigeons, which I'll show you in a moment. Now these are the ones that Abby likes. Abby, which ones are your favourite?
Fantails.
The fantails, like these ones?
Yeah.
What do you like about them?
And that their tails just poof.
Poof out. look at these big beasts here. So that's a very quick whistle-stop tour of the British Home and World 2026 show of the year. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly had a good day. Abby has had a great day. She's met lots of really nice people that have offered her loads of advice as she potentially makes her first foray into pigeon racing. We'll see how that goes through this year. So I bid you farewell. We're heading off to get some fish and chips in Blackpool and then head home and have a damn good sleep. I'll catch up with you soon.